A high-end chair like the VertaGear PL4800 deserves a comprehensive in-depth review broken into separate categories such as back, crack, armrests, warranty, build quality, and overall value. You're gonna get that here, you're gonna get that now. But just to save a little time, this is an absolute beast of a gaming/office chair. Highly do recommend it. Highly do recommend watching the rest of the review. Not because I need the view minutes, because $580 is a lot of ducats to spend on a place to rest your backham. This chair also has 3 available, extremely expensive but gorgeous RGB upgrades. Without further ado, let's recline into this review. A quick disclaimer for my audience, the Stallions and Stallionettes, this chair was sent for review, but this is going to be an honest, comprehensive review. I haven't been paid or told to say anything about it, so if there's any cons, shortcomings, or areas of improvement, you're going to hear about it, so these companies can make better products over time. The big black behemoth that we're reviewing here today is the PL4800. Sharing my screen over here, this is a $580 chair. That's the retail price, but it is on sale currently for $480. Many colors are available. As tested version is in carbon black, but there is also a black and white version, as well as midnight blue, and something to note, these 4 colors actually have a little bit of a yellow trim, as seen right here, here, and here. Now, the recommended height and weight, how much damage can this chair take, so to speak? 360 pounds is the weight limit, and the recommended height is between 5'9" and 6'6". One of the coolest features about this chair, in my opinion, is the fact that they are upgradable. Granted, the upgrade parts are not cheap, but they do look good. A lot of times when chair companies offer upgrades or bolt-ons or hop-ups, if you will, they look tacky, they look bolted on, they look like an afterthought. These all look like factory OEM parts designed specifically for this model of the chair, the 4800. That's because they are. Do you see what I mean? I mean, you've got corneas, you see what we're looking at, the same thing here. I think the RGB is integrated in a very classy, seamless way. I mean, if you can call RGB classy, I think you can. And the coolest factor is that it's customizable. For $30, you can use your logo, upload that as a PNG or JPEG file, whatever they prefer over there at VertaGear. They will etch that into the headrest. So if you're a streamer or YouTuber, that adds a little flair, a little something that your viewers can stare at rather than just your suckhole when you're doing some talking head commentary. Then you've got the RGB power bottom kit over here. That's not what it's called, just the bottom kit, which adds customizable RGB underglow. So if you're a Fast and the Furious fan, you already know what's going on here. Now, if you add all 3 of the optional upgrades, you can hike this chair up to $1,200, granted with promotion $969. I'm sure I got an exclusive discount code for you down there in the old description section to slash the cost down a little bit further than that as well, but that is not a cheap chair by any means. But you don't have to buy this all at once, as it is all upgradable, it's all modular, it's all swappable over time, so you get that raise your boss has been promising you since last September. You can pop for the RGB kit. How about the warranty? Glad you asked, because I got it pulled up. It just happened to work out like that, just a coincidence. So we reviewed the P line here today. The metal structure frame carries a 10-year warranty. The seat mechanism, 2 years. I'm not going to read out the rest of these, but they're on screen here. I've never seen a chair company break out each component individually. Generally, it's like, we have this janky warranty, or we have this moderately decent warranty. That's cool. It's part by part, so you know if you crack a left wheel 2.5 years in that you are SOL, but if your big ass bends the metal structure frame 6 years in, you're good. Another note, if you are active duty military or a veteran, check out the military appreciation tab. Then you've got the student discount over here. There's a lot of pre-installed hardware. In fact, there's only 4 screws that you need to install yourself, which are very high quality. The included screwdriver is nothing to scoff at. And something I've noticed with high-end chairs and a higher price point, more of the chair comes pre-assembled, and the few parts that you actually do need to strap on come with properly labeled and high-quality hardware and tools. This is no different. Then you get to the box with the included accessories, and the feeling that you just got a premium chair is continued. All of your accessories are held in laser-cut foam. Everything is also branded and labeled with VertaGear, showing that they make these parts in-house, or at least they took the care to get them branded, which is awesome. They're not using a bunch of cheap generic parts sourced from all over the place. This little white doodad is actually a pet hair removal tool. I've actually never seen this included in a gaming chair, and it's awesome. Also branded with VertaGear. Included instruction manual is a presentation in its own, as it opens up like a pamphlet. You got a QR code on each side prompting you to extend your warranty, which, yes, is a paid service that my cheap buns is not going to be taking advantage of. The instruction instruction manual has full color pictures. It is laid out very well. English is a decent font and everything is easy to follow. I'm gonna jump the gun and get to the wheels section since I have them currently in my hand. I'm usually not a fan of the split design that's technically two different wheels with a stationary center section. However, the VertaGear ones actually glide really smooth. I have low carpet and I'm able to glide around very smoothly. They also look nice with the black 5-spoke design and they're overall a joy. I'm giving them 4 out of 5. I'd like to see with the next version the wheel's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch larger in diameter and wrapped in a softer rubberized material rather than hard plastic. Now the two materials on the chair is going to be that PUC leather and then the Hygienics marketing gimmick name. It's basically this microfiber or cloth material and it's designed to be breathable and be a natural odor control. All the materials feel great on the chair. 5 out of 5. The assembly process, I danced around it earlier by saying that there were a lot of pre-assembled components and the few parts you did need to bolt on yourself were very easily laid out. That's a 5 out of 5. As for butt padding, it is a 5 out of 5 for me as it strikes a good balance between contouring to your rump shape, but also being firm enough to provide support to where you're not just sinking into a feather pillow, basically. I love it. Extremely comfortable. You could sit for hours. 5 out of 5. Back padding is going to be a 4 out of 5, and it's not that it's not comfortable because it is. I would like to see a little bit of control over the lumbar support as everyone's designed differently. The small their back's in a different place, and just relying on that internal padding, granted it's fantastic, it's one size fits all. Because of that, it's going to be a 4 out of 5. The armrests are extremely customizable. They are 4D. You can adjust them up and down as you can with virtually every chair, but you can also adjust them forward and backward, but only while holding this button, which has a nice resistance, looks and feels great. And you can also rotate the armrest inward and outward, but only while you're holding down that button. I like that. And with this button, you can slide the armrest inward and outward. Now, it is a soft touch rubber material that you are going to be making contact with, and because of that, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 5. I have yet to see a gaming chair company just blow it out of the water with armrest materials. The ergonomic adjustment is here, and the rubberized material is decent, even for my bony elbows. They're not uncomfortable, but it'd be great if the same PUC leather or Hygienics microfiber material was wrapped on these armrests as well. It's something that you would like to see in a very, very high-end chair like this. And unfortunately, armrests are always the Achilles heel, the shortcoming, the weak link in the chain when it comes to these gaming chairs. These are the best I've tested thus far, but still are using rubber surface material.
It's about time we got some action. Look at the new guy. He's...
As for the cons or shortcomings, I wish there was a little bit more padding or at least a more premium feeling surface material that makes contact with your forearm. For the armrests, as it is soft touch rubber, but the rest of the chair is just so damn plush and nice. If they could have coated this in maybe some leather or some micro suede, Alcantara, that'd be great. Also, if the lumbar support was somehow adjustable, even if there was some kind of an air pocket that you could pump up and then bleed out air as needed, or maybe even a little lever on the side that just kind of flips out and pushes out a bar that allows you to adjust how much lumbar support you want in the small of your back. As where this is just one fixed amount, and everyone's arch of their back is a little bit different. Everyone's spine's aligned slightly different and whatnot. And a one-size-fits-all option for lumbar support is okay, and it happened to work out really good in the 4800. But if there was some kind of adjustment for the lumbar support, whether that was pneumatic, so air-based, or it was just a lever that folds out that had a mechanism that pushed a bar out. I'm spitting words out here. I'm not part of the R&D team over there or anything. Spitballing here. It'd be cool if it was adjustable. The last con is that the 3 RGB upgrades are pretty damn expensive in my opinion, which isn't really a con because they are optional. You don't need them to make the chair function, but the RGB and the headrest just looks so cool that I think a lot of gamers are going to want to pop for it. I do think the underglow near the wheel wells looks cool too, but if you could only pop for one, I would say that RGB kit around the headrest looks just amazing in my opinion, but it's very expensive. Granted, I'm sure the build quality on that is absolutely pristine. If it's anything like the chair, I'm sure it's top tier and will last many moons for you. Bust out the bank book though. She carries a price tag. On to the pros. You're going to be here a while. Go ahead and kick up a cot, get comfortable, grab yourself some water, maybe a snack and whatnot. This chair has some legitimate ergonomic features, such as their Contour Max lumbar, which yes, is a marketing gimmick name, Contour Max. But their lumbar support is impressive. It uses these 4 TPE modules. Or what the hell does that mean? Basically, it contours to everyone's back shape. These 4 little lotus pad niblets, in addition with this very soft, supple memory foam, is going to contour to your back shape. And it happens quick. As soon as you sit down, I would say after about 30 to 45 seconds, the chair is already starting to mold to your spine. And it holds that position the entirety of your session. When you stand up, it will slowly begin to bounce back to its original shape. It truly is a comfort joy. Awesome. So that's the back. What about the crack? Did they skimp out on the old rump, the tuchus? Absolutely not. Your back ham flaps are going to be extremely satisfied. In the back and butt, it breathes incredibly well. So if you're somebody that usually gets a sweaty back or rump, you're going to have no issues here. Also, because it does have this kind of mesh mesh fabric. If you are a gaseous individual and you rip sins into your seat, it won't be that big of a deal because it's not going to soak into the fabric quite as much. It'll kind of just blow right through, if that makes disgusting sense. This is a gross topic, I know, but this is a good feature that I'm glad this chair has. The RGB LED kits, expensive but gorgeous. Like I was just mentioning with the old Fart Factory, Hygienics, Protect, Breathe, Refresh. The materials of this chair are meant to wake your ass up with coffee beans, apparently. Just kidding. We all know coffee grinds refresh the palate of the nostrils. Odor control, baby. Just like you might be on crowd control when you play video games, VertaGear is on odor control with their chairs. The easy assembly was an absolute joy, though. After having assembled probably 2 or 3 dozen gaming chairs over the years, this was literally number one, the best, the most seamless, smooth experience I've ever had. It had pre-installed hardware, the included tools were actually good, and there was only like 5 or 6 components, so a lot of things were already pre-assembled for you. Love it. Love that for you and me. Also gonna list this as a pro if you are on somewhat of a budget, but you are in love with this chair. You see this review and you're like, God damn, I gotta have that, but I just can't afford this right up front. They do have a payment plan via PayPal. And if you want additional coverage that you do have to pay for, they do have this 2-year and 3-year warranty program. The build quality of this chair is phenomenal. All the materials used feel fantastic, from the leather to their little Hygienics, never smell from your sticky McFarts, fabric in the back and crack, phenomenal. All the stitching, great. That little faux carbon fiber actually looked really good. The metal on the floor base, the wheels, even though they're plastic, they still feel high quality. So my final verdict, if you can swallow the $480 price tag, which is hefty, and that's nothing to scoff at. This is a fantastic chair and the best that I have tested on the channel thus far. It puts a tick in every box, and I do recommend. This chair is linked in the description below, and I'll see you Stallions and Stallionettes tomorrow. Peace. Enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at Gamer Heaven. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of Gamer Heaven, join the community Discord, and check me out at twitch.tv where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number, and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding, starting June I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting Gamer Heaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily, all the time, 60% of the time, sometimes, most of the time. Peace.